on your travels.
And let's have a look. What have we got? Potion of healing, 117 GP. We've got 473 gold left. That should be enough for a few. Yeah, there we go. That's 3 potions. I'll take one and give it to Jahira. So, whoa, wait, hang on a minute. Just can't pick it a second. I just want the one. I did that wrong, didn't I? Right, because she's our Marcus and her are both the kind of the 2 main melee combatants. I've decided. I mean, some people might be looking at me right now and going, "Really? What?" But no, seriously. I think I'm going to do it this way around, just because Khalid's better with missile weapons than Jahira is, I think. Yeah, he has a higher dexterity, so it just sort of makes more sense, honestly. Mind you, there's nothing saying I can't make him an extra 3rd melee fighter should the situation demand it, but, you know. There we go. She's not much of a tank. She has quite low or high, whichever way you want to put it, armor class, especially compared to Marcus, but she'll do plenty of damage with the scimitar, I think. So, yeah. In any case, plus if she's up at the front, she'll be in a position to heal people, because she does have healing spells, which oh, blast, I forgot to do this before we rested. Oh, bugger. She has Entangle, which is useless, because it tends to entangle your own party members as much as the enemy. Remove Fear, which is very useful. Bless, which is relatively useful, and Cure Light Wounds, which is very, very useful. For now, I'm going to remove those and just add Cure Light Wounds. Next time we heal, we'll be able to cast that 3 times, but for now we can only cast it once.
Make it quick.
But yeah, I'm going to rely on Jahira for most of our healing needs. And then only resort to potions if we're desperate. In theory, anyway, that's the plan. I don't really want to spend a fortune on potions if I can help it. So, that's pretty much all there is around here. So I fancy going to look for these hobgoblins, because they should prove a pretty, you know, it should prove to be a fairly simple, straightforward fight. Now there's 4 of us. In fact, they're not that difficult to kill if you're doing a solo run. So, I think we should be fine. I don't know if we'll leave the inn today, honestly. We might just go kill these hobgoblins, then travel back, rest again, and then we might leave tomorrow or something. I don't know. We're not in a real rush. Although, if we do take long enough, I think Jahira will start nagging us that we need to go to Nashkel, but I'm pretty much just going to ignore that, because I don't think it has any consequences. So I don't think she'll leave along with Khalid if we don't get to the friend. I mean, don't get to Nashkel soon enough or anything like that. So it doesn't really matter, really. Anyway, those hobgoblins should be around here somewhere. There they are. Oh, he's running away. Go get him! Go get him! Chase him down! Somebody hit this guy before he runs off to another band of hobgoblins. We end up having to fight all of them. Really? Really? Yes. You know what, Marcus, switch to your bow. There we go, well done.
You've aboard the group.
For all that I went on about in the introduction about him being a talented swordsman and stuff, he's a pretty freaking excellent archer as well, really. It's mainly down to his dexterity score of 18, but there you go. In fact, I think I might milk that as much as I possibly can. Jahira,
Nature's servant awaits.
let's switch you to your sling. And let's see if we can't just kill most of our enemies at range before they get to us, if you know what I mean. Make them advanced at us through a hail of projectiles, if at all possible. And then I'll get Jahira and Marcus to draw their swords. Because those weren't the last hobgoblins. There's a whole bunch more around here, so I'm also going to quick save. Even though I quick saved probably about 5 seconds ago, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. And also it started raining. I don't know why, but it always seems to start raining when you go around the top end of the friendly army. No matter what time of day, or what day at all you do it on, in my experience, every time you go around here to kill the hobgoblins, it starts raining, and I have no idea why. It's very strange. Kill them! Well done. No, 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 don't do that. Right, switch to your sword. Hera, switch to your scimitar. We don't want to get caught in melee range with these guys while still having ranged weapons out, because it gives them a bonus to hit us. So, even if you are skilled with a bow, don't try and use it in melee, because ow, you'll regret it. Potion. Shouldn't have done that. I should just wait for Jaheira to heal me. Fucking hell, never mind. Maybe we can use some of this gold to pay for another potion to replace it from the temple. Some helmets as well. I don't know how useful they are though, because I can't wear them. Jaheira might be able to. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, there's the ring. Excellent. Well, hopefully we can sell that for something.
Yes.
Just gonna go hand it over for nothing, am I? Grief. I am, by accident of fate, a sellsword now, after all. Pretty much, anyway. I was going to say something then, I've completely forgotten what it was. Never mind, let's just keep going. I think there's a couple more hobgoblins around here somewhere, and those will be the last ones.
What?
There he is. Once more. There we go. There, nice. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Helmets, by the way, I think that might be what I was about to say actually. Helmets, for those curious, all they do is protect you against critical hits. That's literally it. They don't provide any additional armor or anything like that. They just protect you against critical hits.
Make it quick.
So yeah, you know what, I will take that extra long sword just so we've got a spare. That is a long sword, right? No, it's a bastard sword. Last. It's not what I want. Oh, well, never mind. Whatever. Oh yeah, what I was going to say, I think, actually, as well, was, I am considering possibly dual-classing Marcus here into a fighter bard, but I don't know about that. I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to dual-class Imwin into a thief mage, or a mage thief. I'll talk more about dual classing when I get around to it in more detail, but yeah, I'm thinking of probably doing that, but yeah, I'm considering maybe... Ugh, sorry, I had to sneeze. Anyway, I'm considering maybe dual classing Marcus into a fighter bard, possibly. Well, a fighter blade or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's mainly just so I can give him access to like the higher armor levels, or just the higher armors, if you like scale and plate and whatnot, just so I can increase his armor class, you know. I mean, half the time he's not even going to be in armor once we actually start giving him some spells to cast, so it's difficult. I don't know, I'm not really familiar with how dual classing works. I've not really done it before. So if there are any Baldur's Gate veterans watching this, or indeed Baldur's Gate 2 veterans, because it doesn't really matter which way. If there are any people watching this who are quite familiar with the game, have played it before, what are your thoughts on that? Would it be a good idea or a bad idea? Because obviously I don't want to do something that's going to hamper my character's progress for the rest of the game, after all. So anyway, I don't even know if I can dual class into a blade fighter, but whatever. There it is. Did we get any real gold for that? We got a little bit, enough to afford another potion anyway. So that's what I'll do now, I think. Come on, you two, hurry up. I do like this range setup though, that's pretty good. Using all these ranged weapons like this. Because you don't... It's not like an Elder Scrolls game where, you know, you have to use the weapon your class is meant to use. Like if you want to use long swords, you have to use long swords because that only levels up your longsword skill or anything like that. It doesn't really matter how we kill our enemies in this game. We'll just get experience. We can assign our proficiencies whichever way we like. So, stuff. Potion, please. Thank you. Right, there we go.
Yes, a waste of my talents.
Just pop that on there. Did we get everyone arrows? Yes, we did. Just wanted to check
Of course.
that. I think we're going to pop back inside here now and sell some of these things that we got. Just
gather your...
Yes, I know. I must gather my party, blah, blah, blah. There was an option in the Baldur's Gate tweak pack to disable that message, but I decided to keep it there because even though it's annoying, it's kind of like Cliff Racers in Morrowind. Like, the game would somehow be the lesser without it, even though it is not irritating as hell.
My inn is open to all who behave themselves.
Take my stuff. 5 GP and 62 GP. Now that was worth it, okay. Also, we've got Scrolls of Identify, Blindness and Magic Missile and Burning Hands, which I'd forgotten about. Well, you can take those. I'll keep the Scroll of Identify. Blindness. Saving throw negates effect. This first level spell permanently blinds its target. A saving throw is allowed, and if successful, there are no harmful effects. If a victim is blinded, he receives -4 to hit on his attack rolls and has a 4-point armor class penalty. That strikes me as actually kind of good. At least useful for like little boss fights and stuff. But then again, now I think about it, a boss in a boss fight is probably far more likely to succeed on his saving roll. So how useful really is that? I don't know. Is it worth keeping as a scroll? Should I write it into my book? I don't know, really. I don't know. You know, I think I'll just sell it. We need the gold. I'm going to go buy an extra potion with it, in fact. We need potions. We really do. Especially this low level. I mean, you saw what that hobgoblin did to me earlier. He left me with like 2 health points remaining. Might be some people screaming at me actually saying like, "No, why are you using Marcus as a bard? Like, as a frontline melee fighter when you've got Khalid in the rear?" And the answer to that is, I do not care. Role-playing. Stuff like that. If it becomes too much of a problem, I will just relegate him to an archer, I suppose, but I'd rather not, honestly. It would kind of defeat the point of having all those cool defensive spin and offensive spin abilities and stuff, so... Okay, yeah, what sort of cures do you have in the way of potions? Thank you.
Of course.
Alright, well, since Marcus seems to be getting hit the most often, despite the fact he doesn't have the lowest armor class, I'm going to give it straight to him.
No sooner said than done.
It makes very little sense, but there it is. Let's quick save again, because you can never quick save too many times, as I always say. Although that said, I really wish a lot more games took the route that Crusader Kings does and had quick saves that don't override one another, because that would be really awesome. I know that Skyrim, at least, if you go dig around in the save game files, you can find a backup of your old autosave, so you do have at least one prior if you really fudge up when you know your quick save and stuff. Yeah, we're still not going to Cloakwood. No, we're travelling south instead. I had thought about wandering off north, but there's apparently nowhere else to go north yet anyway, so sod that. Let's go back to the crossroads. But yeah, no, I love how in Crusader Kings your quick saves don't override your old quick saves, whereas in games like this it does, and that always irritates me a bit, because sometimes if you do fudge up when you quick save, it can really screw you over. What time is it? It's 11 at night. Holy balls. Maybe we should make camp. Oh, Christ. Okay, maybe we should kill some Goblins first. Have I given these 2 scripts? I've forgotten. Before we go any further. Custom default. No, standard, attack, and Khalid. Script ranged. For now. Oh, and use your freaking scimitar, Jaheira. She really shouldn't be tanking at the front for us like that, but never mind. Seems to be paying off okay. There we go.
Make it
Oh,
quick.
yeah, in case you're wondering what this red glow on our... Thank you for letting me get a word in edgeways, Jaheira. If you're wondering what this red glow is here, it's because Jaheira is a half-elf and therefore has infravision, which lets us see in the dark. So it highlights us as red for some reason. You don't really know why, but there it is. That's what that is, basically. Now, I'm going to scout over here a bit and see if there aren't any more, but yeah, no, okay, we're safe-ish. I think we're going to set up camp here. Not too far from the road. We'll quick save in case something bad happens, but yeah, and I think we'll rest. I believe this is our first night out in the wild as well, actually, so there you go. Hey! It is 7 AM. That seems fairly reasonable. Unfortunately, this game you can't just set exactly how many hours you want to rest for, like you can in an Elder Scrolls game. You just press the rest button and it rests until you're healed, essentially. Or for a default 8 hours, I think, if you're all full health still. It's irritating, but there it is. It's just the way it works. Now, okay, we could go up there, but I don't think there is anything up there, if memory serves. So we could go hunting around every corner of the map for monsters to kill, but most cases, when it just comes down to these little gibblings, there's almost no point because they offer so little experience. Speaking of experience, though, okay, 396 XP. Next experience level is 1250. She has, wow, where did you get 1841 XP from, Jaheira? She's just, I guess she's just very experienced. Wow, okay. Khalid only has 152, Imran has slightly less than Marcus. We have pretty good Thaco, actually, for this level and everything. Thaco 17, that's pretty good, really. Actually. You know, with the sword equipped anyway. I mean, our base Thaco is 20, which is terrible, but... you know, like, Jaheira, for instance, has a Thaco of 22. So, you know, these two have 18. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah. Now then, let me think. I was trying to think of something, and I forgot what it was again. I'm sorry, I'm kind of recording this late in the evening, really, I'm afraid, guys. I'm a bit scatterbrained when I record late in the evening, so never mind, it'll come back to me. If it wasn't important, then it won't. And if it wasn't important, it won't matter, so... Oh yeah, no, like, see, Marcus might seem a bit weak now with only 8 hit points and stuff, but... I know I've read this in the little class guide I studied before I kind of actually started this playthrough, but the bonus to being a bard, technically speaking, for a blade is that he has very low experience requirements for leveling up. You know, I think he is equivalent to a thief. Yeah, see, 1,250 as opposed to someone like a fighter, which requires 2,000 to level up, which means he levels up very fast. Which means, well, two things: one, he gets more hit points quite quickly, and two. It means his abilities, like you know, the defensive and offensive spins, they become very, very quickly more exponentially sort of more powerful as we go along. So blades kind of start off quite weak, but after a few levels they become absolute, you know, powerhouses in a way. The guide did in fact say that they make, in some cases, they make better tanks than actual fighters do, so mainly due to those abilities. And some more giblings. Wonderful. Let's see if we can mow them down before they reach us. Oh, probably won't happen, but whatever. 1 down. 2 down. Oh Christ, okay, Jaheira, time to switch.
Awaits for the group.
Why did they always go for her?
My blade will cut you down to size.
I don't know. There are an awful lot of them all of a sudden. Hold on, Jaheira. Rather not have someone die this early. Oh no, she's okay.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
No loot from them, unfortunately, but a fair amount of XP for all of those, I suppose. Although it does get divided up, so it does advance quite slowly. But yeah, no, we're on 476 XP now, which is pretty cool.
You've a task.
Anyway, you better heal yourself.